Hey everyone, welcome to concluding Module 1. So, this is a fantastic point for us to finish and recap what we just learned and post our first milestones into the community. So, a summary of what we learned in Module 1. We went over why we should invest, in short, to beat inflation and grow your wealth over time passively. What the difference is between investing versus saving. So, a 9% compound interest versus at best a 1% in savings. Obviously, the clear answer here is investing. The importance of starting early. So, the earlier we start, the more time it has to compound. So, the magic really starts coming in the later years. So, the earlier we start, the more the power of compound interest can take over, where the compound interest itself pretty much just grows exponentially by itself. And that's why it was so important to have our milestone one. So, the actual setup of our brokerage account and depositing our commitment. As mentioned, we tested this various times in different versions of the course, and the most successful people are the people who start depositing in the very beginning. So if you start in the very beginning, you commit to yourself that, even though life gets in the way, you might forget about, continuing the later videos or whatever, and you come back to it in a few months. The fact that you already have a deposit committed to your investing account, that either it's already invested in something itself, or even if it's just sitting there in cash in the account itself, 90% of the effort, which is actually setting up the account and doing the verification and passing through that whole process and actually depositing that first amount, that's actually the hardest part. And the earlier you can do this, the earlier you can commit to yourself, the more successful your investing will become. As we saw, over 95% of people who make that first deposit already in the first module grow to become successful investors. And when we had it on the opposite end, when we asked people to deposit at the very end, or people just went through the course and they plan to actually start later, only 6% actually became successful investors. So that's why milestone one is so important. Now, milestone two, calculating our future. We will have actually gone through and have a rough calculation of what your investing future can look like, what the timeline looks like, how much you'll be investing per month, how that will grow over time, and how your investments will grow over the next 20 or 30 years, so that you can see a little bit the future vision for yourself, what things can really build up to. Later on, we'll dive into this question more deeply in terms of how much should I be investing in per month. So this is a bigger question that has to do with a lot of real life factors and implications, and how your investing journey will speed up or slow down depending on how much you're investing. We'll go over this in more detail in Module 4, in specifically the lesson of getting real. But right now, having that calculation, having that vision laid out already, is already a great motivation for us. And then finally, understanding why we invest in stocks and why specifically index funds are the best option for investing passively while beating 75 to 95% of finance professionals. Remember, this is the investing method that is supported by Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all times with over 100 billion in assets, as well as economics Nobel Prize winners like Eugene Fama. They invest in index funds because, as we know, timing the market, trying to pick individual winners, it takes too much time and is a fool's errand. We want to keep things simple. We want to keep this automatic. But this is great. We're already at a great first step. 90% of the work, to be honest, is already done. So you're going to share the screenshot of your milestones and then actually post it into the community. So I'll show you a live demo of how to actually do this. So here we have an example here from Scott Max of his completion of module 1. So this template here exactly, will have it posted in the description below this video so that you can just copy and paste it and use it for yourself. So here we'll be sharing what you learned in this module. Obviously these things are optional to write exactly what you learned, but I think it's really, really helpful to just go through the motions and pick an example of the highlight of something that you learned for yourself that was interesting to you. And then any questions I have regarding this module, this is basically the point where you can ask the community any questions that you have regarding this module. So if something didn't make sense to you, or if you had additional questions about a particular topic, you can ask it here, and then either myself or other community members will comment with an answer to your question. And then you'll have here attached are my milestones 1 and 2. And then you'll post in your milestone 1, which is the live dashboard of your created account with your deposited amount that you invested into the account, as well as your milestone 2, which is your calculating your future, the vision calculation of what the next 20 or 30 years of investing can look like for you. Now, the milestone postings are really important for your certificate of completion for completing the course, as well as the €50 tax tailor voucher for people that are either business owners or freelancers who want advice in structuring your tax setup. So this is mainly for very high income individuals. If you do fit our criteria, Yeah, you'll see in the link below, link to our tax tailor service. You can quickly check it out if you want, for people that need to restructure their taxes globally. But for the majority of you, for 95% of you, this won't be relevant. So what's important here is that you stick to this template. That's why we have the template in the description below, to make it easier for you to follow this format, because if we follow the same format, it's just cleaner. And then later on, when we check your profile, when you want the certificate of completion, it's very easy for us to check that you stuck to the exact guidelines. So make sure to stick as close to what we say as possible, and we'll show you exactly how to do it. So, we are here, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go into here, and you're going to go completed module 1. And then in the description below this video, you'll be able to copy in our template of what I learned. And then you can say here, I learned that index funds beat 75 to 95% of active managed professional investors. But you can do whatever it is that you learned. So whether that's index funds or some other key insight of why starting so early is important, or what the true power of compound interest is, whatever it is that you learned or is a highlight for you in this module, you can put it into here. And then if you have any questions regarding this module, feel free to ask it here. But in this case, since I created this course, no questions for me. It all made sense. And then attached are my milestones 1 and 2. So he'll be going into your folder where you have the milestones saved. So in this case, I have my milestone 1 here, and then I also want my milestone 2 here. So in this case, you can either do just the numbers or also the visual graph journey. You can just put it into here. It's very important, please, especially if you want the certificate of completion, that you stick to this template. So make sure it's always, in whatever lesson that you're in, it's either completed module 1 or completed module 2 as the title, and that you follow this template here. That's why we created the template in the description below the video, so you can just copy paste it so that it's very easy for you. And then you upload the 2 screenshots. Remember, what's important here is the screenshot of your dashboard with the deposited amount created there. Remember, it doesn't count unless you deposit real money. The point is here to make the commitment to yourself that you will become a successful investor. So this is super important. And remember, 90% of the effort, 90% of the barrier is in this first milestone. So if you can complete that successfully, that's fantastic. So then you'll be selecting a category. So even if I try to post it here like this, it will force me to select a category. Remember, don't put it as general discussion, make it as course progress. So this is relating to course progress. And then once you have that done and your milestones uploaded, this will be the same in every concluding module video. It's all about posting your progress. You're going to be putting it here and then selecting post. And then once you have it posted, it's going to be posted like this, and then congratulations. You've done your first completed module 1 milestone posting, and then as you progress through the course, this is going to be very important for your certificate of completion, but also to just share progress with the community, to show everyone how you're progressing through the course, and to motivate everyone. This community is all about motivating each other to learn and progress through investing. Also, once you're done with the course, some people will be going on and posting their active investing progress beyond the course, how they're progressing. So we really encourage that. If you want to just share how your investing is going, or if you have any questions for the community, any thoughts or investment strategies, this is the place for it. But anyways, so I just wanted to show that, and you'll have it posted here in the feed, and then people can react or comment on it. If you see someone completing a certain module, make sure to congratulate them. We like spreading positivity. And yeah, that's that. All right, now we're back in the presentation. That's basically all there is to posting your milestones. You'll be having something similar in every concluding module video. So in concluding module 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. If you haven't made those milestones yet, make sure to go back and create your account, go through the verification. That's 90% the hardest part of the entire investing. Make the screenshot after you deposit, at least 100 to 500 US dollars or euros or pounds or something similar, to make that first commitment to yourself that you're going to become a successful investor. And we're looking super forward to seeing you in module 2, where we're going through a lot of practical stuff of how to actually learn your way around the broker, what everything means, what the different button clicking things are, and how to actually, buy and sell or make money in the app. So yeah, I hope that helps, and see you in module 2. I'm super excited. All right, enjoy now. Bye-bye.